Hi, I'm Molly Wolf, and I will be beginning our group project. Our group consists of Molly Wolf, Sean Carpenter, Caroline Garcia, and Anastasia Lee, and we will be studying free-range foods. We're Group 7 for the class Animals in Society, ASci 67, Section 5, course number 30371. We will be introducing the topic of free range to you, and in this particular presentation, we will be presenting the cons of free range foods and how the labels of free range can be misleading and what it actually means to consume free range food. In our presentation, you will see that sometimes things are not always as it seems, and free range is not as innocent as one would want to think. Hi, I'm Molly Wolf, and I'm going to introduce our topic of free range versus pasture-raised animals. What is free range anyways? Free range refers to animal products which are obtained from animals which are allowed access to outdoor areas. The United States Department of Agriculture states standards on what free range requires of farmers. However, their standards are noticeably vague. Their website states that in order to be free-range certified, quote, producers must demonstrate to the agency that the animal has been allowed access to the outdoors. What's the history of free range? To know how friendly way that farmers animals they were allowed in captivities. There is evidence that this is actually true. The ethics of free range actually might not be as beneficial as asked. Well, hip
and I will be talking stuff. According to based on a free-range farm treatment such as dehorning and castration.
And so far I've had a lot of really good success with it. So I'd like to go over 10 things I learned and hopefully can get you started on raising chickens in an urban environment.
Number one is check with your city ordinance. The first thing you want to do is find out what your city rules are. I live in a suburban environment, and life is
As you can see, many of these chickens are actually miserably suffering, and it is not at all better for them to be in these types of environments.
So this girl here is typical of the hens that we've seen tonight. This is a free-range bird. This isn't a battery chicken. This is a chicken whose egg I would have gone out and eaten and thought, this is fine. Hens have a good life. I don't think they do.
So we found quite a number of dead hens in this barn. Here's a typical example. It's difficult to know really what's happened to her, but you can see she's lost a lot of feathers, and it looks like she may have been cannibalized by the other hens. It's really quite awful.
These hens that we've met tonight will be sent to slaughter at only 18 months old. They could live to 7 years plus, but their bodies are considered spent, exhausted by that age that the industry doesn't consider them productive enough. They're not laying enough eggs to make them worthwhile for a life. This is free range, you know, people pay extra for this thinking that they're getting a better standard of products, but it's horrendous. We come in and all you can see is a sea of hens. There's so many, you can't even count them. Around about 50% of the eggs that you'll get in the supermarket come from free-range hens like these guys. And that's 18 million hens every 18 months. Numbers that are just really hard to comprehend.
I just don't think most people realise or think about this is where their food is coming from.
You don't see these images. Red raw hens on your box of eggs. They do a very good job hiding it from you. And part of our work in January is that we want to tell you the truth about standard practice in these industries and let you make the decisions for yourself.
So why eat free range? Well, according to the USDA, they make no claim that organically and free range produced foods are safer or more nutritious than traditionally raised foods. So, if this is worth all of the trouble of spending more on the farming, supplying, and consumption of free range. The catch. Furthermore, the standard solely says that the chickens must be allowed outdoors. It is not stated that the animals must have the space and time to roam around as they would in their natural environment. The issues with free range. The fact of the matter is that free range is not as innocent as a consumer might think. First of all, there is no specific legal definition of what free range really entails. As a result, conditions can change widely. According to the former head of Horizon Farms, there is also no guarantee that the outdoor area and the animals are given access to who is in proper condition. The outside area can often be muddy and full of fecal matter and urine.
I'm Sean, and I'm going to be talking about free range and culture. It is preferred that chickens raised in free range spend at least 51% of their lives outside. However, as this is not an official requirement, many animals spend much less time outside. According to an article published in The Intercept, there is currently an investigation being conducted against Whole Foods. They have claimed that their chicken is raised ethically and in a free-range environment. However, there is new evidence that their supplying farm is in fact utilizing factory farming techniques and therefore falsely advertising their farming practices. But what's in it for the suppliers? Why would it benefit someone to lie about the status of their meats? Well, Whole Foods doesn't get the nickname whole paycheck for no reason. It is possible for stores and suppliers to charge exponentially more for free-range foods than those raised traditionally, therefore lots of money to be made. There are also health side effects to free-range food. According to a study published by the Council for Agricultural Science and Technology, there is an increased risk of contracting salmonella from free-range raised chickens due to the direct contact to the soil that they experience in their daily environment.
Hi, I'm Caroline Garcia, and I'll be speaking on And the Environment. It was also found in the same study conducted by Cass that free-range chicken farming could have an increased impact on the environment. This is due to the need for more feed and land in order to accommodate the larger space inhabited by the chickens. The problem with a grass-fed cow, there's another way the jargon can be misleading. When one pictures a grass-fed cow, they probably picture an animal grazing in a field of green grass. However, this isn't what green-fed always implies. Grass-fed cows don't always get to graze as they please. Many earn this title by feed alfalfa pellets, a loophole of the grass-fed title. And even if they are grass-fed, now that there is an increased demand for meat, therefore food for animals, the grass for grazing isn't always the highest quality. It used to be that to turn over the soil, make it fit and nutritious for the animals again, farmers would set fire to the field and start from scratch. However, now with a heightened urgency for efficiency, many farms use dangerous chemicals to turn the soil over faster to produce more grass. What's more, with all of the chemicals introduced to the grass, it is unable to naturally grow, producing and morphing into nutritionless clumps of sod-like matter.
In conclusion, it can be reasonably inferred that sometimes free range is not as innocent as they want you to think. To reiterate, sometimes pasture-raised is not the right way to go. As we have explained, there are many loopholes in the way that pasture-raised can be explained. The food may not be what it actually says to be. When we think of grass-fed, we think of animals milling along eating grass. However, they could just be ingesting alfalfa pellets, not the natural food they wished they were eating. Furthermore, their exposure to the outdoors might not be as perfect as we would hope. When we hear free range, we assume that chickens are given space to roam around, to live in their natural environment and eat their natural diet of bugs and worms. However, when they are in their allegedly free-range environments, it is possible that they are only allowed limited access to the outdoors, and in that access, it is not clean nor sanitary for the birds. They could be outside in dirty conditions with fecal matter and other issues. PETA explains once again what it can be like for animals in this type of environment and provides important visuals as to why this is a giant problem.
In the next few minutes, you will be given an eye-opening look behind the closed doors of modern farms, hatcheries, and slaughter plants, revealing the journey that animals make from farm to fridge.
We can see the sickening examples of abuse of animals even in allegedly free-range
Crowded
environments.
by the thousands into filthy sheds, chickens and turkeys are denied many of their most basic natural behaviors and needs, such as fresh air and exercise. Sick or injured birds often have their necks broken. Others are clubbed to death. At the slaughter plant, the birds are dumped from their crates, then roughly snapped upside down into moving shackles by their fragile legs. From there, the birds are dragged through an electrified vat of water, which renders them paralyzed, but not necessarily unconscious. They are then pulled across a blade, which slices their throats, causing blood to...
As you can see, some of these practices are absolutely disgusting. It is important that people really research what free range actually means and choose animals that have been slaughtered humanely and raised humanely. This is why other animal sources are also important to investigate.